Good evening and welcome. This is the India Today Newstrack. I'm Rahul Kanwal. Should Bollywood singer Kanika Kapoor be prosecuted for endangering the lives of dozens of people in Lucknow and elsewhere with her reckless partying ways at a time when social distancing is the clear-cut norm? That's our top focus on the Newstrack tonight.
मैं वाइट गोल्ड दे वर्गी बन मेरा सॉलिटेयर कोई और उड़न ले जाए ना कर तू बाती दे
You know her as Bollywood's baby doll. Singer Kanika Kapoor, who hails from Lucknow, created a massive mess by going from one party to another in the capital city of Uttar Pradesh when she was down with the coronavirus. The singer, in her defense, says at the time when she was partying, she didn't know that she had the virus. The police, though, say she jumped from the airport, went back, tried to keep this hidden, continued with her reckless partying fashion and ended up endangering the lives of dozens of people she came in contact with. Here is our lead story tonight.
Famous for her chart-busting Bollywood songs, singer Kanika Kapoor is now under fire. The singer, who was tested positive for COVID-19, has exposed hundreds others to the virus. Kanika Kapoor returned from London on 9th of March. Not only did the singer not self-quarantine for 14 days, but she instead travelled to Lucknow. At the Lucknow airport, she allegedly escaped screening by hiding in the bathroom and fleeing with the help of some airport officials. She then attended a party at Gallant Apartments in Lucknow, where she was in contact with close to 100 people. Reports suggest that it was Congress leader Jitin Prasad's son's birthday party that Kanika Kapoor attended. The party was hosted by Jitin Prasad's father-in-law at BSP leader Akbar Ahmed Dumpy's place. Also in attendance at this party was former Rajasthan Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje, her son Dushyant Singh, Jitin Prasad's wife Neha and Ritu Singh, Karan Singh's daughter-in-law.
हम इस वक्त लखनऊ के ताज होटल में हैं, जहां पर 15 तारीख को कनिका कपूर आकर यूके से आकर ठहरी थी और उसके बाद उन्होंने नहीं बताया, जिसकी आज पुष्टि हुई कि उनको कोरोना वायरस है। उसके बाद उन्होंने पार्टी अटेंड की थी और ये वही ताज होटल है जहां पर कनिका कपूर रुकी थी। आप देख सकते हैं पुलिस की टीम यहां पर आई हुई है, जहां पर एसीपी और एसएचओ, साथ ही साथ डॉक्टर्स की टीम भी यहां पर आई हुई है, जिससे कि उस जगह की जाँच कर सके, उस जगह को वहाँ पर सैनिटाइज किया जा सके और आगे की जाँच किया जा सके। डॉक्टर्स की टीम भी अंदर मौजूद है।
She even attended a party at Taj Hotel in the city, where several senior officers and politicians were present. Currently, the singer is at King George Medical University and her family has been quarantined.
जो पेशेंट पाया जाता है, अगर पॉजिटिव है, तो नगर निगम द्वारा 1 किलोमीटर के रेडियस को सैनिटाइज कराया जाता है।
Kanika Kapoor says that she had signs of flu for the last 4 days, and the contact mapping the people she was in touch with is underway. The singer also said that she was scanned at the airport 10 days ago and has now urged everyone to practice self-isolation. She, however, denies that she fled the Lucknow airport.
I don't know why people are spreading these rumors. I have come back from London. I was with my children. I look after them. I was with my children in London for 2 weeks and I came back to India on the 9th of March. I was absolutely screened well. There was no problem. Whatever was asked of me, I gave them and I was told to go home. They didn't ask me to quarantine or anything. And up till the 9th of March, it was not such a big thing. It started after that.
As the news of the singer testing positive spread, it triggered panic in the Lucknow housing complex where she stayed. And in the parliament, where MP Dushyant Singh went after attending the party.
One Lok Sabha MP Dushyant, he's also gone into self-isolation. Now I was sitting next to him day before yesterday for 2.5 hours during a transport parliamentary standing committee meeting. So we should all, you cannot practice one thing and preach one thing and then practice one thing. ये क्या हो रहा है?
By interacting with people from across the country, Kanika Kapoor has made the risk of COVID-19 spreading very real. With Nilanshu, Bureau Report, India Today.
So what does Bollywood singer Kanika Kapoor have to say in her defense? I want to show you now excerpts from an interview my colleague Shivarur did with the baby doll singer.
I don't know why people are spreading these rumors. I have come back from London. I was with my children. I look after them. I was with my children in London for 2 weeks. Absolutely screened well. There was no problem. Whatever was asked of me, I gave them, and I was told home. They didn't ask me to quarantine or anything. And up till the 9th of March, it was not such a big thing. It started after that. So all these rumors, whoever spread it, is absolutely wrong, and that's all I'd like to say for this.
Okay. Was there any point since your arrival back in India, Kanika, that you either refused any kind of screening or you escaped from an airport or any kind of airport staff helped you with anything?
I find it very comical when somebody says that I've escaped for an airport. How can somebody escape from an airport, and why? In fact, I'd like to inform you, and yes, the moment I'm out of here, I would take this further to inform the country. I have documented the timing, the numbers, and official names. I am the one it's taken me 2 days to get hold of authorities, to be able to speak to them and inform them and plead to get tested. It took 2 days to get tested in Lucknow.
Okay. Kanika, since your arrival back in Lucknow, there was a party that you were part of. There were many other people there. Why did this party happen? Because by that time, it was pretty clear how serious this entire issue was. You had recently come back from a foreign travel.
It was not a very big party. It was a family get-together, a small family party was cancelled. It was a small family get-together just for a cake cutting because everyone was already in town by then. It was a family person's birthday, and there was a small family get-together where we all went for a cake cutting. The party and the whole celebrations were cancelled. This was a smaller family get-together on the 13th of March. And after that, as and when things have come out and been ordered, people have gone into quarantine.
Should criminal action be initiated against singer Kanika Kapoor for endangering the lives of so many people in Lucknow and probably across the country as well? Or is she really just a victim of circumstance? She came from London. She didn't know at that time that she was infected. Can she really be blamed? Joining us at this time for perspective on this and the bigger picture on the coronavirus story, I have with me Professor Ramanan Lakshmi Narayanan. He's the director of the Center for Disease Dynamics, Economics and Policy, a top expert on helping understand where the coronavirus is at this moment and where it could go from here on if the current level of infection continues. With us also on this broadcast, I want to introduce from the Medanta Hospital in the national capital, Dr. Sushila Kataria. She's a hero of sorts because she's been treating 14 patients who came from Italy. They've been in isolation. She's been taking care of them. She'll join us to give us a medical perspective on what it is like for a doctor to take care of a patient who's got the coronavirus. For a perspective from the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party at a time when the Prime Minister is calling for a Janta curfew, and here you've got VVIPs living it up, partying, getting together in big groups. Are they immune from this Janta curfew? Are they behaving irresponsibly? Toheen Sinha of the Bharatiya Janata Party joins us, and to give us a perspective of how Kanika would probably not be to blame because she didn't know what her problem was and that she had the coronavirus. We've got Priya Malik, she's an actor. She's joining us on this broadcast as well. Toheen Sinha, I want to start with you. At a time when the Prime Minister has called for a Janta curfew, and even before that, the message has gone out loud and clear that you need to be careful in who you meet, how you greet them. From Vasundhara Raje Scindia to Dushyant Raje, they're all in the same vicinity. Do you believe criminal action should be initiated against Kanika Kapoor for having endangered so many lives?
Well, absolutely. Gaurav, if you really understand this disease, in the stage 1 and 2, the onus is on the government to restrict the entry of patients into the country, to scan them. But beyond that, it requires some amount of responsibility upon the citizens to ensure that the disease does not have a community spread. The way I understand it, we are at the cusp between stage 2 and stage 3. And this is where it becomes all the more important for people to follow that behavioral change. Unfortunately, educated fools today are a bigger menace than probably the disease itself. In the last 10 days, the government has repeatedly spelt out the decorum, the protocols, and yet if a person goes out, does not get herself checked and gets herself checked on the 4th day, attends 3 parties in 4 different cities, travels to 4 different cities, I think what she has done is absolutely reckless and a criminal act. And I think under Section 3 of the Epidemic Act 1897, I feel that should be invoked to ensure that such people are punished and an example is set.
Professor Ramanan Lakshmi Narayanan, it can be argued from Kanika's perspective that when she came in from London, she didn't know that she had the coronavirus. It surfaced much later. Therefore, when some of these parties were taking place, she didn't know that she was infected. But the counter version that we are hearing is that she escaped from the airport, that she didn't get herself tested. From what we know in the public domain so far, do you believe that Kanika is guilty of gross negligence?
So let me put it this way. Given where we are in the epidemic, I don't think we should get into this individual recrimination game, because we're going to get into a very different situation right now. All this will seem quite petty in the weeks to come, because once you get into tens of thousands of cases, it really is not going to question if this person infected that person, because we're all going to be infecting each other. The major issue is why there were parties at all to begin with, and particularly with people who should know better. That is really what would concern me. I think we should take the Prime Minister's message on actually taking this seriously, really seriously. The virus is spreading while we don't see it. We might think that everything is fine, but it is spreading and it's hard to observe. And that's really what we should focus on. You can make an example of this person who I don't know this particular example, or someone else, but that's not what is concerning to me from a public health standpoint. It's just concerning that we don't take the social distancing message seriously. There's a whole bunch of people who are just sitting at home and doing nothing, and then others are spreading the virus. We're not going to flatten the peak with not observing that distancing as has been recommended by the government.
Those are very, very important words coming from Professor Lakshmi Narayanan, that whether you make an example of her or not matters little in the larger scheme of things, given the problems that India is facing at this time. Sushila Kataria, or do you think that, especially given that she's educated, she's well traveled, she is aware, it's not as if this is somebody who's A huge amount of politics has broken out over the Janta curfew proposed by the Prime Minister for Sunday. Congress leaders like Shashi Tharoor and TMC leaders like Derek O'Brien have asked for the Prime Minister to do much more. The Congress is asking for a universal basic income, saying that private employment is being hit and what people need at this time is disposable income so that they can survive, especially if they've been laid off. Derek O'Brien calling for the Prime Minister to make an address in Parliament, saying he must come and speak to MPs. Take a look at this story.
With coronavirus pandemic entering a crucial phase in India, amid apprehension of community spread, Prime Minister Narendra Modi announced a series of measures in his address to the nation, including a Janta curfew or a self-isolation for a day on Sunday.
जनता कर्फ्यू, जनता कर्फ्यू यानी जनता के लिए, जनता द्वारा खुद पर लगाया गया कर्फ्यू 22 मार्च रविवार को सुबह 7 बजे से रात 9 बजे तक सभी देशवासियों को जनता कर्फ्यू का पालन करना है.
Maharashtra and Delhi followed up with announcing closure of malls and marketplaces. However, essential services like hospitals, medical stores and grocery stores will remain open. In Maharashtra, market restrictions will be in place in Mumbai, Pune, Pimpri Chinchwad and Nagpur. Several Congress leaders including Kapil Sibal, Shashi Tharoor and P. Chidambaram spoke about the Janta curfew. Shashi Tharoor said that he welcomed the call for solidarity and hoped Parliament would be suspended and specific economic relief measures would be announced.
I think the Prime Minister was testing the waters. I think he will be compelled to come back in a few days to announce tougher social and economic measures.
TMC leader Derek O'Brien took to Twitter to ask when Parliament is in session, should the Prime Minister not have made a statement in the Temple of Democracy? He also asked if they would hear more about short and medium-term solutions, preventive measures, augmentation of screening facilities.
There might be varied political views on Prime Minister Narendra Modi's call for a Janta curfew. However, there seems to be a general consensus that one day's restriction on movement will be helpful. And also, the Union Health Ministry has now said that one day's cooperation will go a long way in ensuring that the chain of transmission of the virus is broken. With camera person Sadanand Tiwari, Abhishek Bhalla in New Delhi for India Today.
Yesterday, India had 181 active coronavirus cases. That number in one day jumped up to 212. Mumbai virtually shut down. The government putting out very strict instructions. The dabbawalas won't operate. Offices shut down. BMC told to ensure that nobody's coming into work apart from essential services. In Delhi as well, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal taking the anti-coronavirus measures one step further by announcing that all malls would shut down in the capital as well. Here's the story.
Caution is the buzzword as India digs deep to fight the invisible enemy, which has killed nearly 10,000 people across the world. With confirmed coronavirus cases crossing the 200 mark, states across India are announcing a slew of measures to contain the outbreak. All government offices in Maharashtra will work with 25% staff till 31st of March. All shops and establishments in Mumbai, Pune, Pimpri Chinchwad and Nagpur will remain closed till the month end.
अगर देखा जाए तो जो दुकानें बंद हो रही है आज से, वो एक सरकार ने काफ़ी अच्छा निर्णय लिया है और काफ़ी मददगार है जो लोगों को जो ये वायरस फैलाने से रोक सकता है.
अच्छे ऑर्डर है और हम लोग मान्य कर रहे हैं उसको.
Given the spread of coronavirus, the government of Maharashtra has taken a decision to not allow any visitors into Mantralaya last week itself, and due to which, as you can see, the entire Mantralaya building is wearing a deserted look. The number of people on any given day in Mantralaya is in thousands, and the place where I'm standing right now does not even has place for people to walk.
In Delhi, all malls will be closed, but grocery and pharmacy stores operating out of them are exempted.
In view of the coronavirus scare that's looming large over the country and the national capital, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal today announced that all malls in Delhi will remain closed except for the grocery and the pharmacy stores inside them.
India's parliamentarians could also be vulnerable. BJP MP Dushyant Singh and his mother Vasundhara Raje were at a party attended by Bollywood singer Kanika, who tested positive. Both leaders are in self-quarantine. Prime Minister Modi on Friday held a meeting with chief ministers of states. The bad news, a 69-year-old Italian tourist who had recovered from the novel coronavirus died at a hospital in Jaipur after suffering a cardiac arrest late on Thursday night. With Isha Gupta, Bureau Report, India Today.
This is where we wrap up the Newstrack tonight. I look forward to seeing you through the weekend. The India Today team will be at work, all hands on deck in the Mediaplex, reporting this big story for you. Thank you for tuning in tonight. See you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.